Hey, I'm Adam Post, publisher of College of the Dead, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books. And I kind of snuck aside and did a secret project with Narwhal a couple months ago. No one knows about this. To me, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to get with work with people I like in ComicsGate anyway, but I really love Narwhal's art. And he and I kind of came up with an idea together on a stream, and we just kind of went nuts with it. So you guys probably know who Narwhal is, but in case you don't, Narwhal is a really talented young writer and artist. He released this amazing book, EARTHBOUND. He's got another project, Foreign Agent, that just completed. He's working on a new EARTHBOUND project, a sequel to it. It's going to be pretty amazing, but I want to just really get to have Narwhal explain what we did together and how it impacts College of the Dead graduation day. Take it away, Narwhal.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Glad to explain this and work with you on this cool project. So Adam approached me kind of because he loved this panel, and a lot of people respond to this panel. It was a major promo panel for EARTHBOUND, and it's got a lot of positive reactions over the months that it's been out there. And Adam kind of had this idea. He's like, if that was like zombified, just straight up, zombified that panel, that would be an amazing cover. And I was like, you know what, we can do that. It could be like this homage crossover. So let's see what it looks like. So that was kind of our artistic process of
I love the energy between the two characters.
Yeah. So then we just zombified that panel. And that is like the cover. So it's a kind of fun crossover homage between the two universes, a little meta. It's not necessarily like canon with the stories, but for me, it's like these are the EARTHBOUND characters and they're zombified. Like Deadpool and Marvel sometimes do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's zombified EARTHBOUND characters for the special cover for College of the Dead 2.
Yeah. I wanted to do something with you, and that panel, just the energy between the two characters was great. Just to see like the character who's powerful over the victim, helpless character, and it perfectly plays into the college, the zombie college kind of dynamic of a character being kind of just trapped and about to be destroyed.
Yeah, and you can see the back and forth is just kind of cool. You get there, zombified.
Yeah, and the backgrounds are different. And I remember when we were working on this too, you'd added a lot of blood. And I was like, well, how about some more blood here? And her hand is different as well, right? Yeah, the hand, the hair. So some of it's redrawn, but some of it's the same. And we're just zombifying it basically. Yeah, I love tying them together like that. I love I am crazy about how it came out. I didn't want to offer this cover like immediately with the rest of the College of the Dead covers because it's so different, and we had the other 3 Javier covers, Javier Aranda, the regular artist for College of the Dead. But now we're getting kind of close to the end of the College of the Dead campaign. There's less than 20 days left, and I was like, well, it's kind of, this is it. It's now or never. Let's get the campaign hot, rocking, and let people know that, hey, I've got something exclusive. Narwhal did. And Narwhal, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that anybody already backed the campaign will be able to get the book, but it'll be added to their order and shipped exactly the same time, June 2020. So no one will pay extra shipping for this who've already backed it. Because I think if it was me, I would be like, hey, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago, I just paid shipping for this thing. So, and if people didn't back the campaign yet, they'll be able to get this book or any other book in the campaign also with no extra shipping. You just pay shipping once. I want to say, too, looking at it made me remember it was an interesting challenge to try and zombify a girl while keeping her hot. And I think we did it. And that was something you really encouraged me to do, too. You're like, she's got to be hot.
but a
Gotta be hot.
zombie. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I think
hot
I can
but
do
a
that.
zombie.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun that it worked out. And I know I think the first draft, I had her intestines spilling out everywhere. And
Oh yeah.
you're like, less intestines, more blood, something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, it's so fun to collaborate. And the thing too is that creators should think about this is like if you have a good like vibe with somebody, you can talk about working on a project with them. If you're the publisher, if you're the one responsible for it, you're responsible to pay for it, even if it doesn't work out perfectly the way you want to it. Just as an aside, we never waste creators' time. That's like rule number one. As the guy who's asking for work to be done, I always like to kind of put a little lesson in things like that. But sometimes like the magic really works, and you get something exceptional out of that kind of collaborative process. And honestly, Narwhal was very generous with me with his time working with this. He made sure that I loved it. I really appreciated that. And Narwhal is super busy on his own projects and has other things to do as well. So sometimes, people can make some magic happen, and we definitely made magic happen. I hope we get to work on something else, in the future, whether it's big or small or whatever it is. So it's just kind of like the right thing.
Me too. It was a good first experience of collaboration, and I'm really glad to have like my a little piece of Earthbound kind of in the College of the Dead universe, that kind of meta homage crossover thing. I love that, and I would be open to doing that again. Too.
Oh, very cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Narwhal, and you're the only other artist other than Javier Aranda who's drawn anything College of the Dead, and I'm not super anxious to have other people work on it. It's different. What you did is perfect because I had a passion for your design, particularly for that piece and the energy that you captured in that piece. It's one thing to have some hot girl with her top off or running her, it's like, yeah, you can kind of get interested in that, but the energy in your piece is fantastic. So to be able to kind of share some of that and be able to bring that into College of the Dead just for that one special Narwhal cover, that's a great thing to do. So it's not like we just do like cover after cover after cover. It's like you see something special, you bring it into your thing, and now you got something. We got something unique.
Yeah, that Earthbound panel is it probably is like the best panel in the book. And
really?
So it's kind of cool. It is the one that people kind of respond to and like. And
I know how to pick the winners, brother. I know how to pick the winners.
I've been wondering. I was like, I got to top that. I got to make sure I top it. I can't just plateau. I got to figure out how to do a better panel.
I'll collaborate with you on that. You know what? And this is the thing. Sometimes, it's like where the best ideas come from. They come from nowhere, but nowhere is actually the universe. It's your connection with your unconscious mind. You get a fraction of some sort of, self-identified idea to kind of do something. And then, you get a flash. You just have to kind of be in an environment where you can kind of let those things come out. Hey, I'll collaborate with you in reverse, brother. Tell me what's going on in the story. Probably not on this video, but another time after video or something like that. We talk about what it is that you're doing, and it doesn't have to be related to College of the Dead or anything else I'm working on. Although I am working on the mermaids, and it might need a Narwhal cover. That's something we need to talk about.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember you sent me that to read, and I really enjoyed it. So that's cool.
Yeah,
and I'm really looking forward to the GI Jackrabbits too.
Oh, thank you, man. We just finished the script on that. That is since I'm a child thing I'm excited about. Since I was 15 working on that. Did that with Professor Geek. The script is complete. The character designs are done. That took months. Yeah. And that's like projects can be so, even with me now, I'm going to have to really discipline myself, and I'm a pretty disciplined guy. But when I decide I want to do a project and I'm really passionate about it, I have to take an inventory in advance from now on to make sure it's not too ambitious. So I'm very disciplined with page count, price point. I know my budgets and my numbers, and I'm great with that. And I have some great relationships with creative people to be able to execute and finish the book. But what I didn't look at was like, all right, this is going to have 15 different unique characters in maybe 3 different styles, all kind of blended together. And that's asking a lot. So the artist was supposed to start in January for G.I. Jackrabbits, and we just delayed it because we just wanted every character design to be perfect and exactly what we thought fit what we were trying to accomplish. And with G.I. Jackrabbits, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets G.I. Joe. And the core of GI Jackrabbits, those core animal characters are going to have like 4 key characters that are like the Fantastic Four. And that was developed with Professor Geek, who he absolutely knows his aesthetics and his groups of 4 or 5 characters, what kind of adventures we can have for a 4-character group versus a 5-character group. So it's just been amazing developing that. And College of the Dead 3, we just started the script on, and I just got the first 10 pages tonight, actually. And Javier starts on that Saturday. This book, College of the Dead Graduation Day, the sequel, number 2, will ship June 2020. And we will be shipping the next book, which isn't done yet, but will be done in a couple of months. When it's done, we'll offer it probably September of 2020 to ship January 2021. Just keep them every 6 months, get them out, make them great, and on to the next. So, yeah, exciting times, man, exciting times. But, yeah, we're definitely going to talk more collaborations, even just for the fun of it, man.
And I agree. And College of the Dead 2 is doing amazingly, too. It's over 18K now, and it's on its way. You know, it's going to get 25, 30K, maybe higher, 35, whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what, Narwhal? This is something like, it's funny. I'm like, you know, I know you're very story oriented. You're very, you need your inspiration for your project. You need everything to be right. And you absolutely have been successful with Foreign Agent. You did more than 30,000. Was it like 32,000 or so now?
Yeah.
That's pretty phenomenal. I mean, you do not have a huge personal platform yet either.
Yeah. It had a cool launch because Ethan launched it with me on day 1, and I had a strat that worked decently, kind of because there was some positive word of mouth with Earthbound, so people were excited about my second project. But I offered a free comic, like a zine style comic, to anyone who backs on the first day. So it just got off to this rocket start. And and it's been just slowly going up since then, kind of.
Yeah, and Zach saw your project and promoted it.
It was like right at that same time Zach saw Earthbound, and he loved Earthbound. So then Earthbound kind of sold out basically, and then I closed it because I was like out of copies to sell. And then so a lot of that excitement was happening at the exact same time as when Foreign Agent launched. So there's a kind of an overlap there. It was really lucky and weird. I felt really weird. I had an adrenaline rush for like a week. I didn't know what to think.
That's very cool. You get used to, you're going to be more and more successful. You just keep getting used to being successful as time goes on. But it's great to deliver a book and then to get the sequel going. College of the Dead Graduation Day, we've sold more copies of book 1 at this point. So the backlist title, not even the front list, College of the Dead Graduation Day, we've sold more copies now the second time around than we sold at the first close of the first 60 days of the campaign.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time we get to our second 6 days, we will have sold more of the first one, which is why I keep telling, publishers in ComicsGate, for everyone who wants to know, like, this is a business for sequels. If we were selling to comic stores, we'd have a problem selling number 2 and number 3 and number 4. But in ComicsGate, direct to consumer with happy customers, we're going to just keep building as time goes on. So when you do Earthbound 2, they're going to want Earthbound 1.
Yeah, people come in and buy part 1 also. Yeah, so it will be. I'm anticipating that campaign hopefully will be like blockbuster-ish for me. It'll be high, because
Narwhal money.
Yeah, it'll sell a lot of number 1, a lot of number 2. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and it's hard picking projects. Like even College of the Dead is really doing really well. I've seen some other projects get some steam and do well that are just like more of a mainstreamy project because not everybody's into zombies. And people have told me like, well, I'm not really into zombies. Are you doing anything else? So the answer is yes. It's not out yet. But still, like, I wanted to do a zombie book. I was passionate to do it. I had thought, like, why the hell would you not do college students on a college campus dealing with a zombie outbreak? Like, that is exactly the right target that you would do. Not a bunch of people in their 30s and 40s, like, roaming around. It's like, no, college students on a college campus. That is the ultimate of what you would do with that concept. So I talked myself into doing it, and here you go, College of the Dead. But I'm thrilled that I did, and I really appreciate you, putting the time and the energy into this cover and allowing me to share some of the very cool Narwhal street cred and the world of Earthbound to do this, man.
Yeah, thank you, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you, my friend. You'll see a lot more from Narwhal. You'll see a lot more from me. We'll be doing more together soon, and I will see you again soon. If I don't see you, I will miss you, especially Narwhal.